Hi, for everyone who knows me, I'm Sylvie. I am 31 years old. I live in the Netherlands and I sustained a concussion and a whiplash in 2017. And I struggled so long to find the right treatment, to know what to do to move forward. And I was feeling very lost and alone in my journey. And that's why I want to mention two things that really helped me in my recovery, and I know it helped a lot of people as well. So if you didn't try this yet, please do, because I think this can be a big game changer for you as well. Because for me it was a big game changer and it helped me to improve to 80% in my journey. And I am receiving comments from people every day or every week about how it improved them as well. And that's just making me happy, because sometimes you can feel so lost. You're trying so many things, and I think this is an easy thing to try. You don't need to go to a doctor, you can try it at home. You can just give it a try, and yeah, and then see what happens, and without losing money or anything. So you can try it from home. So let me share what these two things are. The first thing is interval training. So interval training is a short burst of exercise instead of just aerobic exercise. So you're pushing yourself a bit more, but it means it also helps to bring more oxygen to the brain. And there is a long science behind this, and I will tell you more about this in the end. But it's more effective for people with a concussion to do interval training. So this is one thing that really helped in my journey. I started with this in the beginning, 2 years after my concussion, and even after such a long time, because I barely improved in the first 2 years. But even after such a long time, 2 years after the accident, I started with interval training, and it helped a lot. It finally felt like there was something helping, and I was feeling improvements. I was just moving forward, and it made me so motivated. And the best thing to do is to combine it with my second game changer, and this is cognitive exercises. So if you combine these two things, my advice is to do interval training before doing the cognitive exercises. So there is already more oxygen in your brain, and it helps to stimulate the neuroplasticity. So the cognitive exercises were a big game changer as well. I started at the same time with these two things, so with interval training and cognitive exercises. And within a few months, I felt so different. Just felt like my head was clearing up. It felt like this bubbling feeling of sparkling water that was in my head, and it was like opening up my brain. And I didn't feel like that in 2 years. I didn't even know anymore how it felt to feel that relieved, just not this heavy head, right? So I was doing these things on a consistent basis. I started with it 5 times a week. But of course, if it feels better for you to do a few times a week, that's okay as well. But just start and see what happens. And that's so important. And I can imagine you're curious, okay, but how did it help you? What did improve? And when did you improve? So as I already said, the first few months after starting this, I barely noticed immediately with the interval training that I felt more energetic, more clear in my head. But after a few months, I felt my brain fog had improved. I've had more energy. I didn't have to nap anymore during the day. Normally I always had to nap after lunchtime because it was just too much for my brain to handle. And right now I don't nap anymore. And I think that's even better, because then your sleep is also better as well, because napping can affect your sleep. I also improved my memory. I was able to remember more things. Of course, my mood was better, because if you feel better, your mood is better as well. I maintained more, or I met more people, so my social life was better than in my first 2 years, because I almost had no social life in my first 2 years. I wasn't barely able to go out, or to even the supermarket was already too much. So you can imagine then, you can just meet the people in a restaurant, right? So this was improving. I just felt like there were new pathways in my brain created, and it stimulated. It was just energy in my head. I can't even explain the feeling, but it was just a relief and a weight that is lifted from my shoulder, from my head. It was just everything cleared up, and that's what really helped. So I was able to exercise again after these 2 years, because I wasn't in my first 2 years, only some gentle walks, but I tried to go to the gym many times, but it wasn't helping. I felt even worse because of that. But interval training was a whole different thing, and it doesn't have to be like 1 hour workout. I started with 10 minutes a day, and even 10 minutes a day can change a lot. So don't make it too big in your head, and please give it a try. If you feel like this is for me, this will work. But if you feel like this is not for me, that's totally fine as well. I just want to help, and I really hope you will feel benefits soon from it too. So as you maybe already know, because this was, these two things were my big game changer. I got so many questions from people, but how did you do it? How do you do the interval training? What cognitive exercises do you do? So I decided to put all my information, instead of just explaining everything every day, in a course. So you will get guided through all the cognitive exercises, and you will learn everything you need to know about how to do the intervals, so you can be sure you're doing them in the correct way, because that's important too. If you look at your heart rate and everything, it's important to know when to push, when to stop, and you will learn everything about that in my course. So I've created 2 different courses, one 5-week cognitive exercise course, and in this course I will guide you through my 15 most effective cognitive exercises. So these are the 15 exercises I did during my after 2 years when I started with the cognitive exercises, and these were the most effective ones, and these were the ones where I felt the most improvements from. So all these exercises, I will take you by the hand. So there are for each exercise there is a video and explanation, and you can make them as challenging as you are or less challenging, so you can just adjust them to your own level. And each week the exercise will be a bit more difficult, so we will build up it will increase the level of intensity, and I think that's a perfect way to do them. And then of course, when the course is over, you can do them over and over again. So you don't need to be creative to find new cognitive exercises over again. And you're also sure you do them in the correct way. So that's my first one, the cognitive exercise course. And then I created this interval course. And this is a 7-day course. So it's not that long as the cognitive course, because you will learn in this interval course just how the interval will work. And how you use a heart rate monitor, how you do your first session, how you can do the intervals, what's normal, how to continue. And I will share my 3 months plan in both courses, so you can follow my plan if that's helpful for you as well, or create your own plan. And of course, if you still have any questions at the end of the course, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to help with all your answers. And because I can imagine you think, oh, maybe it helped you, but it's not helping me, I already tried everything, I just want to read some reviews from people who already did this course out loud. So these are the reviews from people who did my cognitive course. So someone said, also, I just finished day 4 of the first week of exercises from your cognitive program, and I felt something click today. Someone else said, let me see, I started the first exercises in the last 2 days and I loved them. It feels like something in my brain finally gets activated. Thank you so much. Excited to go through all the exercises within a few weeks. And someone else said, thank you so much. Your help is a complete game changer. Someone else said, also started with the cognitive exercises from Sylvie. Doing those things, it feels like something gets activated in my brain. And it also helps getting positive feelings when exercises went well. Hope we'll soon get on my old level again. And Let me see. Someone else said, I have completed both your interval training and cognitive course, which helped me recover so much along with meditation and affirmations. Let me see. I got more reviews, but I don't. I will not read them all out loud. But let me see. Let me go to the interval ones because I think I received more interval reviews as well. So one review from people, I received this one I think last week. So someone said, let me check. Sylvia has inspired me. I have been a constant exercises. When I added the interval training, my concussion symptoms reduced. I have more energy. Day before yesterday, I actually felt normal the whole day. And someone else said, I have completed both your interval training and cognitive course, which helped me recover a lot. Someone else, month 2 of interval training. Last week I completed my first 4 week and I feel much fitter, more cheerful, and my knee has stopped hurting. Let me see. Someone else, thank you for your kind words. I tried this morning your interval training. It helped me. Thank you very much. And someone else, I only on 4 days a week now, but I feel much better, much fitter and more energetic. My brain seems more alert and functional, and I feel quite upbeat in the hours after. I actually love it, so I look forward to doing them. Let me see. I'm celebrating completing 2 weeks of the interval training and getting fitter and happier from it. It's amazing, right? Let me see. Someone else said, at first I was a bit skeptical and thought it wouldn't make a difference compared with normal exercise, but what a difference. After doing the intervals, I feel so energized and I get a bubbly feeling in my head. It feels great, which is reducing my fatigue. So glad I gave it a try. Thank you. So yeah, there are many reviews, and of course I feel free to read all of them when you go to my website, and you will find the link to these 2 courses below in the description of this podcast or of this video when you're watching on YouTube. So again, I really hope this is something you will try, and again, you don't need to buy my courses, but I would advise it because if you want to do them in a correct way, just make sure you do them in a correct way, because I don't want you to do the intervals and then you feel like crap because you pushed yourself too hard or you did them the wrong way. But you can also try it first, and if you think, oh, it feels very good, you can also take a look at the courses afterwards. But again, feel free to do it your own way. You know what's best for you, and if you have any questions, you're always welcome to ask me anything. So I'm wishing you a good day, and right now I will start my interval training because it's morning here and I always do them in the morning. Then I feel much better now, but I thought let's record this video or this podcast first because I love to record these things when my boyfriend is not home, because otherwise he's in a room next to me and I feel better talking about it just when I'm home alone. Maybe I'm crazy, but this is something that I really like. I'm always recording things when he's not here. So I will start my interval training right now. And again, if you have questions, let me know. And I hope you have a good day.